I love all the 11 Timber Saw.
Timber Saw!
Build,
Wow.
you have a Templar Assassin and you have a nut. Probably cool. Straight up going. Kaya Sanj, this Bloodstone. Time.
Wink. Success. Break mechanic. Of course, the Timber Saw is a little bit annoying. Track 3. Just gotta stun him in the bushwhack.
Down. No stun.
I can see it. Break mechanics are always kind of... He's already got those reactions. But it's a heavy amount of...
Hoodwink Enchantress is kind of target or assassin. I want to see
something a little bit more reliable.
Yeah, like a tiny form.
Again.
It is 100% win rate this series. I like Lion a lot for Vici Gaming too. They're gonna most likely pick a... It's heavy on the lockdown side. A lot of teams deal with this Timber, or when you get this Timber Saw, you are lacking what you have initiate. Lion's the most popular. This the Quincy crew has to be imagining that that's
Elder Titan.
They go for one of the better strength supports against Timber Saw lane.
Side swap around. Lane, aggressive tri lane. A lot of value. I like this, but quite a lot more. Of some kind of stun provided from your 5 here. 2 good. It's a good. Fuck still of it. That
Crystal Maiden.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hey, the hero. I believe Virtus Pro only, not mistaken.
Bad Rider!
But they might be setting.
This is a PL, Super PA. You also are light on lock. Consider PL. Consider Lark. Heroes that are not only able to remove sticky napalm, but they're high armor or lacking. That is. So I'm thinking PL's a good ban. Naga Siren if Vici plays it.
I don't recall.
So in the regard
even
to that mobility, Juggernaut, Lifesteal, you're not worried about
The thing about these heroes is they're not an issue for. So they could pick them, but if I were Quincy crew, you definitely should prioritize that with your pretty damn good slug game. If I've never seen a Chinese carry that doesn't.
What else is there? They have.
Can't remove the sticky.
particularly.
It's weird. You have 2 last picks. Cruz is going to feel a lot more, or a lot less, or a lot more underwhelming than I think Vici has a lot of different options. That hero will have a really good game. Well, I think Quincy Cruz's most impactful pick is going to be this Batrider, and the carries just kind of got to get out of the laning phase. All the heroes that lane very well against Timber were banned out very smartly by Vici and down. So like, if I'm looking at a carry that's going to do well in its lane, I don't see any. So kind of just ask Yawar, what are you going to get out of the lane with? What are you going to carry us with? If you don't see your matchup, you're not going to have the best lane. The Batrider is going to make a ton of space for you. Your TA is going to give. They don't have any
usually mean a carry that goes to.
Yeah, something that's self-sufficient and willing to retreat. Jungle is the go-to play. Since you don't see your matchup and you're not going to have a great lane, just have a reliable amount of farm moving.
Why Crystal Maiden? My question here. Is it Storm Spirit? Dragonite on the Timbersaw and Dragonite get Solar.
They like the
Fight
idea.
against
Oh, against Timber, I would have loved like a Jug, because you don't have any BKB piercing damage on Vici. You have to dodge all of their heroes. DK will bully you out of lane in the mid game. Saw will bully you out of the lane in the mid game. I don't like Slark all that much as that hero.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hero.
that's an elusive hero.
It checks a lot of the boxes. They don't care about this. They can no stun, silence it, dodge pretty much. Dragonlance got a buff. This is. I'm just item build. Blade for Maelstrom. Because the blade might be a bait. He just buys a shard.
They changed his Sakut to the way it used to be, provided you with hate for you anymore. So I think that's why this hero used to have the Treads S and Y build that felt. It doesn't have that go-to item build. That's why we don't see it meta. But this is the kind of pick I want to see coming out from Vici. Hero we haven't seen at all. But I love Weaver. They had no lockdown from the super well against Batrider, and it doesn't really die in the Wraith King. So as long as the Timbersaw gets the start has, I think something similar to Quincy as Quincy did to them. And
Can you elaborate a little bit more?
just
on that?
collapse the map, basically secure early towers, not be able to really get out of their own base on the side. Weavers, that type of carry.
The name of the game.
Yeah, this Batrider needs to pop off, but I definitely like a lot of potential.
All right, well, let's go ahead and check in with our casters. We've got Fogchan and his OD picks.
Why, thank you, Cap Sensei. We do have a tempo that was set really quickly by Quincy Crew in the last game. Vici seemed to go with a new approach here. Crystal Maiden and an absolutely new hero, Owen, that has not been played in the tournament, Weaver. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, the heroes explained the panel definitely having a lot of strengths here. I did a little bit of quick research on sort of what we've seen from Poyoyo before in his Weaver. He's only really played sort of a handful of games in both competitive and in pub, just sort of like a 50% win rate, so nothing too crazy, but maybe, you know, in a game where a very important match here for them down a game at the moment, of course, against Quincy Crew, they pull it out. Let's see, as it does have a lot of potential conceptually here.
It does. There is a lot of damage that can blow up a hero like Weaver with like the ET. If he does get grabbed by a stun or a lasso, he can just get exploded in 1 or 2 hits, but it does seem like a completely different approach from Vici. Seems like they're not trying to go for this slower pace trap. They're looking to try to match the aggression of Quincy Crew, and I think this pick does suit that. Also, with Old 11 playing a hero like his Timbersaw, should be able to match the aggression too. At least I hope, because I want to see a much closer series, because Quincy Crew just stomped that last one, and I'm looking forward to see what Crystal Maiden is going to be able to do. Hero that's been only picked twice at this tournament, I believe only by Secret, and I want to say it lost both of those games, I think at least.
Yeah, I mean, what's sort of up with this hero? Why is it in the place that it is right now, and why do you think Vici Gaming did go for it this time?
I think the Enchantress is a big one. Also, it's a good way. It's a hero that can break refraction charges in a decent way. It's not the best, but it is a hero that does have a way to hold back TA. And I think for the most part, it is versus that Ench. And it's just about early game. They want to be able to match this aggression that Quincy Crew was able to set in the last game. And let's see how these lanes end up playing out, because we're going to see a lot of dodging.
I mean, look at this.
Right? They don't want the Timber versus that Batrider. They want the Weaver versus the Batrider. So this is going to be some crazy lane swapping. This look, they're just going to sit together.
It looks like we're having a fight over mid. We've got 3 cores down the mid lane, you know. This happens in your pubs. You got Weaver and Timber just chilling mid.
They might jungle level 1.
They know where to go.
I think they're going to jungle together at the start until they see the lane. Let's see.
They've got to make moves. But yeah, as you said, they're fully invested in just trying to get the matchups that they want. But that's at least a minute and a half where you've got if you're carrying your off lane, just nowhere near a lane.
This is because of the early ward we saw Vici set up with, right? That early went in deep place so they could see the rotation, see the lanes. So it looks like they will be able to get the matchup they want. Lesao, he's going to dodge again. Yawar is going to gank the mid lane with Mel from TA. I love when I see games like this.
What is
the
happening
dancing
there?
lanes.
Yeah.
Look at these CS by dude. PYW is look at the 6 and 7 on Crystal 1v1 versus Enchantress. That's pretty top tier. That's mint I want.
See how they settle down as Yawar. He's going to show his face up top. That lane against Poyoyo. Down the bottom lane, Leslau making his way over to this Timber AA lane.
Okay. I've seen tournaments, I've seen games where they literally dual jungle until the lanes are set. So I was kind of expecting that to happen, but now Quincy, they've got the lane they want. Old 11, is he going to just take the long walk to save his TP? He's off. He's out. Is he going to walk all the way up there? He's getting his boots. He's walking.
He's walking. He's taking the walk up. He's absolutely walking. He's going to make the long walk elsewhere on the map.
Look at
He does
Poyoyo.
not want to play that bottom lane. And he's
Poyoyo starting to make the move too. Yep, they're starting to shift. They don't want to get the oh my god, they want this Timber versus Wraith King. They want the Weaver versus Bat so badly. Mid, this is the lane that we can enjoy watching. 11-9 on the DK right now versus
a lane,
TA.
yeah.
It's actually a lane, and it is a lane where we decide to go for Meld level 1. It's 35 mana, 5 armor reduction, so you see that the DK is a lot lower than usual, but he's winning in last hits quite heavily because of the lack of refraction early from Quinn.
Yeah. Yeah, big different story that we had in the first few waves last game. In the Puck versus TA, Ori doing much better this time around with the DK in this matchup. All right, let's see what happens now. Now, do we see Quincy crew take a walk, or do you think they'll stick with it?
Bat's too slow. He doesn't have boots either. He's had bottle queued up. Now he's switched to boots queued up, so maybe we see him swap, but I don't think I want to see them swap too much. You can't overdo it at sometimes, because then you just will be so far behind. It doesn't matter about matchups if you're like 2 levels behind. It's Quinn trying to get aggressive here still with this meld. Top, Yawar. He's in a lot of trouble here.
Chuck will be enough, but certainly seeing why Vici getting one forced the Timber versus the Wraith King, huge amounts first in the lane. That's not going to be easy for Yawar to lane into whatsoever.
I don't think Yawar wants to be up here. I think Yawar actually does have to switch. I don't think he can be up versus a Timber. I think he's just going to get destroyed here otherwise. Like, not only just die, but he's going to get like, no last hits. I think they're going to have to switch this.
Leslau, yep. TP up top lane. Get his boots, will TP up there, ready to sort of take Yawar out. As,
they still have TP on Old 11. So Yawar, if he TP's down, Old 11's just going to match it. I think they have to kind of play together for the moment up here. Otherwise, they'll get outmaneuvered by the next TP.
Poyoyo's
going to switch top. Yep. And now they're going to win the trade. So Vici, they're going to get the exact lane set they want. But Yawar hasn't yet TP'd. That's the important thing. He's still hanging up here. And Leslau looks like he's got to go for Journey.
All right. So still trying to do some big calculations here to work out who's actually winning with all these, you know, musical lanes. I
think it's
who is winning? Who's winning these musical lane wars? You would say it's Vici.
Yeah, I would say no. They have a great mid matchup. Timbersaw in a great match versus nobody bottom. Weaver, it's not like he can't lane versus Wraith King at all, so this is just fine for him to be up here, even if Yawar stays here. They'll actually be able to put a lot of pressure onto Yawar if these lanes do stick like this. So yeah, I do think Vici's come out ahead now with these little bit of swap-ups that are happening. Leslau makes his way all the way back bottom, and we'll see if Old 11 decides to switch it up again, because they still could change it again, I guess.
We'll TP back up in 20 seconds, Old 11. Poyoyo.
Levels though.
He's just got a TP shipped out as well, so yeah, they've got the means to make moves once more if they want to continue pressure on with those favourable matchups that Vici Gaming have been fighting so hard for over these first 5 minutes of laning.
Let's play there by MSS. His creep gets spiked, but he immediately purges it off because it was a purge creep, so a bit of a play there from PYW. Set in mid lane to watch out for those. Something you should do as soon as TA hits 6, bring a sentry mid. It's free money for mid laner, and to swap again.
And again, Old 11's back up, ready to lane into the face of Yawar Wraith King.
He'll stick around for like 1 or 2 more DS, and then see you later. He's got his Falcon Blade done. How Yawar's farm, he's got boots in a chain, so clearly behind.
A lot of tension around mid here. He's on the way. The stomp. They're didn't do anything. DY and PYW, you both here ready to put on this early expected aggression from Vici Gaming around this first Elder Dragonfall. And step up. Be a little cautious. Has got MSS in from the side as well, starting to force back two supports off Vici Gaming. Vici crew is trying their best here to limit damage done to the first tier 1 on this first round of Elder Dragonfall from Mori.
Even if we do see these, we can call them funny lane shenanigans of swapping, Vici still sticks to their usual. 6 minutes in, rotate two supports mid, try to capitalize on this catapult. They get a decent chunk of damage. Quincy, they respond with the movement, but they don't really stop that damage. It's 572 HP on that mid tower. And now they do have the lane matchups as well that they've been winning since the beginning of the game. 0-0 though. Bit of a slow start here for both sides, but Vici definitely the ones that are happier. As you constantly under the gun here.
He's going to be even more so, you know, old 11 a few creeps away from the 6. I mean, at that point, I don't think he can lane, at least not on his own. He needs backup, but he is going to have it. We've got LOA and MSS coming over.
He's 6 though. Be careful. Even LOA has to be a bit cautious.
Old 11 can go now. Sekiko is heading in. Very tanky. Chain over to the side. Stomp won't be set up in position. So Old 11 will check from another check to get away. Old 11, he's going to be fine. Leslau taking a heavy damage here from the chakram. But that at the A, not quite enough. Leslau will manage to make it out alive.
What was that, like 8 HP or something he lives with? That was very close for Leslau to live. Nice rotation though, attempting to go for the kill onto the Timbersaw, but that chakram plus the slow from CM will push them away. And now Poyoyo, he has a free lane.
He does. He's going to be able to put some pressure onto the tier 1 tap on him as well.
Or he's coming as well.
I mean, 8 minutes in, it's a lot of damage being done here. And swinging over, Elder Dragonfall ready to go again.
Yep. Yeah, this is quick moves from Vici. Quinn looking to respond on mid.
The game plan from what we saw last game, and so far it's looking like a very positive improvement here from the approach of Vici Gaming against Quincy Crew's playstyle.
Yeah, last game they were already, what, like 2k plus gold behind. I think it was 3k gold lead at 9 minutes for Quincy, so definitely weathering their storm this time. They're having a much better response versus this early. MSS, he stepped too far.
Well, there she gets PYW. He's able to hold back Quinn. Quinn can't get in for the final hit onto CM as PYW is going to be fine. Vici Gaming off the mid, and yeah, finally that third blood coming in here at 9 minutes in. And as Vici Gaming push back the aggression from Quincy Crew around the mid-tier 1.
And Yawar has to just straight up jungle, because even now, laning versus Weaver is not going to be the easiest thing in the world because of how far behind he is. He doesn't really have a great place in the game to be on this ranking anymore because of these lane swaps. It's really just come out quite heavily favored for Vici.
That's going to be a very slow start for Yawar.
He was crucial last game. He had such a good performance with his aggressive maneuvers throughout the whole game. I think that'll hurt them a lot.
They're likely to have, you know, Ori, at least you know, the first 10 minutes or anything to go. By this game, his Blink Dagger's going to be coming at a very good time. We saw last game on the puck, he really struggled to, I think it was what, sort of about 17 minutes in when he got the Blink Dagger done. This time round, he's going to be back on track, getting the quick time because he sits top net worth, led the lane perfectly. MSS take away the arcane rune from him. It's top lane. Leslau. Kind of aggressive onto Old 11. He's got the 5 stacks of napalm, but the backup's coming in. Poyoyo swinging in with the TP, and DY chasing down the Batrider as Leslau, he'll get taken out. Poyoyo seizing the opportunity to make these aggressive rotations, keep that pressure up with the Falcon Blade, the Javelin. He hits hard, and he's very, very slippery. You know, it's not going to be easy for Quincy Crew to contain some of these elusive heroes like the Timbersaw and Weaver in these early engagements.
They're starting to just get ran at themselves like they were doing last game. Mid tower's about to die, bottom tower's already dead. Weaver's starting to contest Ancients. Poyoyo drops slow, but he's got a big wand. Gonna get up to tier 1.
Yeah. It's the counter play here from Quincy Crew. They look for the setup onto PYW. The Stomp setup. Now they'll get a kill out of this. Very, very early timing here to lose these structures. Really is, yeah. Vici Gaming doing everything right so far. Still yet to see Quincy Crew's ability to slow down what Vici Gaming is coming to this game to.
Looking to go for Old 11 again here. They don't have the way to catch up to him. And the important thing to point out this time too is the reason we saw this DK be so squishy last game is because they had a Venomancer and they had the Spirit Vessel super early on. This game, they don't have that. They have the Bat Rider at the very least, who is going to be that high potent magic damage, but they're not going to have a Vessel Bio. They're not going to have that constant whittle of magic damage either, like they had from Leslie as a Veno last time. So it does feel a lot harder of an approach here from Quincy, especially with Yawar so far behind from the start.
I mean, if you're Quincy here, 11 minutes in, you know, what sort of game are Quincy going to be looking to play? Are we going to see close to sort of the attempt to fight back from the that we saw, you know, them leading the charge in game one? Or is it going to be a bit more of a safe sort of sit back, just keep the space open for Yawar and try and play for scaling?
I don't know if they can play for the scaling, but the problem is that they don't have the same ways of map control, like area control that they did last time because of that Venomancer. Like that Veno controls so many extra things of damage control. It also controls map control because you put these plague wards all over the place and then it allows Yawar to do whatever he wants. And Yawar is just, he's off to a slow start. So it feels like it's not going to be what they want to do the same approach, but they just can't because they don't have the same type of hero. So ET is not a witch doctor either. It's an ET who needs his teammates to have a good start for him to do anything. And
There's DY. Very nicely set up on the high ground there. Leslie steps into the combo. So the cold feet kick in. Old 11 easily able to line up that final bit of damage to push him underneath the threshold. As DY just standing on the high ground, and Vici Gaming taking full control here at the jungle of Quincy crew. Now ready to smoke, go for more. Ori leading the charge. He has that blink.
He's so strong right now.
It's going to be a dead hero. You know, 5 seconds. Ice Blast is going to be back up. Keep good position on the high ground. Outside, MSS will get caught on the low ground. Maybe times for a turnaround here for Quincy crew. They're in with the stomp. PYW's gone. Yawar, he's in onto DY. They take out the two supports. Quincy crew, they're going to look to try and push on and make the most out of this. They're charging down Ori. Ori's still rather tanky. The left DKB, and on the side, you have Old Lemon coming in. Starting to look towards Leslie. Leslie with a great knockback with a flame breaker to lasso. He has the lockdown. A third kill for Quinn. As Quincy crew bring together an incredible movement there. Quinn, 3 kills for him. That's shot his game right up to the top of the net worth here on the TA.
And Yawar's completely. He's ahead, or was tied up and ahead now of the Timber Saw, and it's almost tied with the Weaver. They're making it happen.
Huge moves there from Quinn crew. Into what, you know, was Vici Gaming. You know, they wanted to make the jump. They were smoked up, moving it with the blink. Quincy crew's positioning on the high ground, the ability to just burst, catch the two supports, sets them up for success, and gets their cause back on track after a bit of a slow start.
Yeah, like Vici, they had the Bat Rider killed, right? So they tried to make this aggressive move, but they jumped the Enchantress. And Ench just stands there with Untouchable, and that's literally what she was. They just ignored the DK. Then when Bat Rider responds, they see Old 11 way out of position, and he's the damage. That Timbersaw will still be able to get brought down when the Bat's there. Quincy with some good recognition of what they need to do in the game, even when they were at this bit of a deficit after laning phase. Losing 3 tier 1s and still able to fight back. DY.
Let's go Ori. Ori showing it. Ooh, quick link back over the lane just in time. Well, the damage comes in. They might still get a grab here. Leslie charging straight over on top of PYW. PYW looking to hold his ground with the ultimate. Yawar in with a Ray Fire Blast. PYW will get taken out. Vici Gaming, they're thinking about fighting back here, bringing Poyoyo into the action towards Yawar and Leslie. Yawar has got the reincarnation to rely on. Won't to have it popped here as they managed to back off. Old 11 joining the fray as well. Quincy crew keeping themselves safe and in that favorable position up on the high ground here as Vici Gaming continue to stick around. Stomp. Gonna catch Poyoyo. Quick dodge with the Shikuchi. He's fine.
He has to be careful. If he does get caught by a stump and he gets lassoed, he will die on this Weaver still.
Doing 1900 in on the Relic. Meanwhile, Poyoyo's progress after the Maelstrom, getting those stats up. Dragonlance has been completed. So, still a very annoying hero to deal with in these moments of the game. Poyoyo, he's able to slip around. He will have no struggle just chipping away at some of these backliners of Quincy crew that are going to struggle to lock him down if Vici Gaming are able to sort of just bombard themselves on top of Quincy Crew at the same time, with Poyoyo sneaking around the back lines, Ori and Old Levin just charging into the front of the action head first.
Low. Looks like they get a scan, they get a read of where the DK is at the moment. It looks like he wanted to go for PYW, but gonna wait for a moment. Does have the Wraith King in the area. And as we said, Yawar is completely caught back up. And Wraith King over a Weaver, you know, this is just a hero that's much more commonly picked for a reason. So it's a much stronger carry overall in the game. Weaver was picked just because there is that Bat Rider, just because there is that limited disable on the side of Quincy. As Poyoyo will evade the stomp, so should be fine. Well, looking for an opportunity.
He's gonna go over the Lassard. BP's coming in on massive from Vici Gaming, as that's not gonna work out for Leslau. It's burnt out here by Ori.
I think he thought Ori left, right? Like, he was sitting in the trees for so long, just waiting and waiting and waiting. PYW keeps inching forward, so he's like, okay, you know what, this CM is alone. And then, nope, the DK's still just babysitting a CM, which I can't blame Leslau for trying to go for the killer. Like, who's gonna babysit a CM like that?
They want to get more done with the Dragon Ball. Old Levin jumping in onto Quinn. He has got the Detonator coming out. Get the Dragon Tail stun off onto him. Quinn getting blown up completely. The Ice Blast laid down on the TA. Quinn's got a bit split out onto the three of them. But is there any damage follow-up from Quincy Crew? Doesn't look like it. Leslau's gone. Yawar's out the first time. Vici Gaming, they're going to look to set up, but take him down a second time without any difficulty whatsoever. Vici Gaming very quick to make moves after stopping Leslau from getting to any action up top, swinging over to mid and continuing to add to the counter, getting the jump in onto this TA and Wraith King, which for as much as they're keeping up on farm, these two cores just not nearly as prepared to be caught in the action as Vici Gaming's lineup has been able to gear up for.
And I think they're starting to realize that the Bat Rider now, Leslau just respawned. Look, he botches in under this creep and just dies instantly. So they buy a Blink Dagger on the Wraith King. They're starting to recognize that they don't really have the setup to start fights. It's really just Vici who's always going to be able to do them themselves, unless Vici's just totally out of position. Nice play by MSS. 4-step onto the Centaur to stop PYW.
Trying to make his way back to safety, but the Dragon Tail and the Ice Blast is in again. They were able to blow up quick. Old Levin is able to seek out more if I looks of it as he charges over towards Yawar. Yawar reincarnates still on very long cooldown. 2 core kills yet again here for Vici Gaming, as things are starting to fall apart a little bit here from Quincy Crew. A second time losing the carries that desperately need to get that farm. Quinn and Yawar out of the game. And there's no doubt about it, Vici Gaming's approach here in Game 2 is hitting so much harder against Quincy Crew's style.
And Yawar, he bought the blink. He bought the blink, jumps in, dies instantly. Now they don't really have that skill and carry for themselves, as Weaver starting to take advantage. Same thing for the DK. And DK already has BKB, and he is going for more of a carry build. He's got Imp Claw in his bags, he's got an AC queued up. This is definitely starting to look really hard here for Quincy Crew, with this back being just so far behind. MSS has farmed on this Enchantress because he was given the lane for such a long time, but these 2 quick smokes, 2 quick movements from Vici have kind of just broken the game. Old 11 already has a Lotus.
Quincy Crew, they're not to be deterred, straight away with the smoke. They want to try and get a catch.
Got the blink.
I'll look for Old 11. They've got the lasso, and with the splitter, they do have enough overbearing damage to take down Timtor, despite how farm Old 11 is right now. They have enough with the full squad taking him out.
They got to get a lot more farm on the map, though. Yawar, because he's gone for Blink Dagger, he needs to be given every single opportunity of that safe farm. See, Leslau taking the bottom wave, I really think you have to give everything to Yawar to be able to carry this game. Otherwise, all your eggs are in the Quinn basket. And it's a TA, but he's into some tough matchups. There's a lot of small instances of damage that will always be bothering him. A lot of different control, too, between the CM and the DK. That will be tough for Quinn to carry versus. And it's 20 minutes on, and they haven't been able to get the Roche yet, right? So that's always a bit of a concern when you're playing with a TA.
You know, the BKB at least is going to be pretty huge for Quinn. You know, this is a game where, you know, he pops that BKB. Not a lot that Vici Gaming can do through it. So we'll give him good timing in the fight to try and take out a hero or two before they're able to fight back and at least get it done. And Old Levin the pressure on, hunting down Quinn in the trees. So with the team.
Yawar.
Into a stop to that. See around the mid then.
1 sec. Okay, it's back up.
It's back up.
That was close.
It's ready to go for round 2. Quinn has turned up. The BKB's done for Ori, though. Quick jump out the side. A solid stomp from LOA will hold on to the 3 members of Vici Gaming. MSS as well with a follow-up stomp from the Centaur. Will stop Vici Gaming being able to pull together a fight around the remainder of the Dragon Form and the BKB. So only the Reincarnate down for that. They won't lose anything else. Quincy crew able to break up the fight and put it to stop.
That was so damn close, though. Literally 1 second, and he would have been dead. Lasso back up in 10 seconds. It really feels like they can only make moves on Quincy crew when they have Lasso up. So they have to get big targets. And it's not going to be Poyoyo, because Poyoyo, he has Lincolns. So now he's fully covered versus the disable that Quincy crew is lacking. It's tanky, too.
Immensely solid on the Weaver. You said the itemization perfect here from Poyoyo. ED at the availability here for Quincy crew. He's going to be able to swing across and take that. Still not of course, quite having that BKB done. Still very hard for Quinn to commit unless he can rely on the solid control. These big stomps again. You know, if LOA can continue to do this, get these multi-man stomps to the back lines, it will give space for Quinn to lock down, maybe burst through a target with the dead and the DD.
So hard for them to reliably grab this Weaver, though. They have to literally like stop him and to run in and to force staff him to break the Lincolns and to grab him with a lasso. It's too difficult for them to really go for the Weaver. And that smoke won't be successful. Vici grouping up. And Old 11 just keeps parking himself in mid. I don't think he cares even if he gets gone on, because then he's preventing them from any access to Roshan, which I think is just the needed thing that the crew has to finally in this game. Vici has great control.
Crew. See if we can poke out any reaction here from Ori. Ori keeping his cool for the most part. Caught with the stomp, actually getting helped back by the neutral recruit. The Centaur coming out, stomping Quincy crew in return.
Holds BKB.
Not wanting to chase, but pretty cool there. I mean, he knows really. I mean, I guess if he gets lasso, maybe they can burst him. But even then, it's not going to be easy. He is very tanky, very likely to be able to get the BKB off at a later stage in the fight. Doesn't have to be too snappy on pressing it.
Especially if he has any backup, like the Timber Saw being there. I'm pretty sure Evan says, I got you, throws the loads on him. Then even if you get lassoed, you're just standing in place. Only way Quincy gets the kill on DK is if they grab him and pull him totally out of position. And even then, it's pretty difficult to kill Ori under those circumstances. As in Tarosh, I really feel like Quincy has to contest this. Yeah.
They lose this Roshan, you know Vici's going to be coming for some towers. Oh, well, okay, they're going to lose Roshan then. Quinn's out, 50 seconds, caught out to the side. They might catch more of Vici. And Leslau trying to get away. And Leslau, he's out, but yeah, with TA down, he has his buyback. He's just got enough money for the buyback, but that would mean putting his BKB on hold for a very long time. I think they may just have to let this go to Vici Gaming with dying like
that. They have to. Yeah, dude, he got soloed by the 2 supports. He just got frostbit into an ice vortex, into a CM ulti, and just dies. Avoid the stomp.
There we have it. Vici Gaming. He gets into the hands of Poyoyo. I mean, you're saying already with the Lincolns, they can't really catch and kill him. Doing it twice. This is going to be so hard. Level 18 on Poyoyo. 10 for 7, 7k lead from Vici Gaming. Quincy crew, they've got a lot of heavy work ahead of them here. Want to try and turn this one around.
And they want to try to reclaim their outpost because it's been, what, 4 or 5 minutes at least that the side of Vici's had this secondary outpost. So looking at the experience lead, you're really starting to see the difference. Sure, 8k gold lead, but 10k plus experience lead for the side of Vici. Quickly starting to get out of control here for Quincy.
This is much more the level that you expected to see from Vici Gaming coming out in the second game. And, you know, always just very refreshing to see them do it, you know, sort of this deep into the tournament. With heroes that you don't really see. CM and in particular this week, Poyoyo's game. So they're definitely, there wasn't a better hero. This was the perfect pick of Vici Gaming, and Poyoyo, he is having an amazing time so far in it.
With picks and perfect itemization so far. Lincoln gets broken, but instantly able to Shuki out.
So hard to catch this man.
Yeah.
We'll manage to brute force down the tier 1 tower. A little bit of money back to the pockets of Quincy crew.
Quincy's been able to get much no vision out on the map either. They have TA traps, but look at the sentries and wards. They have like 1 or 2 wards that have been placed out very defensively, and we've seen this so much from the Chinese teams. There's still some of the few ones that do this, buying an early gem. DK now has gem. Ori is going to take out every single trap, take out every single ward Quincy crew does have, and then you just start to get suffocated off the map. And you see the itemization coming out. I believe it was Lacoste who was saying it on the panel. Kaya Sange on this Timber Saw, if he wants to go for some disassembled Bloodstone and the Halberd, he can do that. And it's really starting to feel like Quincy crew has no damage.
And look at this jump straight up to the high ground here. With the Ori try and commit. We will see the counterplay from Lesnar with the lasso. But they've lost the ET. BK down. Get a lot of damage here. Ori, he's actually going to die for this.
Wow.
That is not overextension. That's going to hurt. That's the DK down for a full minute. See if Quincy crew can get anything more out of this. As we're going to have Old Lemon get back in aggressive, actually goes straight over towards Leslau. Poyoyo's heading over with the Shikuchi. Leslau get himself up to the high ground with the Firefly Camp, but the damage is done. Poyoyo takes down the bat.
The Milestone proc. 11.
Quinn still trying to poke him, but he's got no BKB. His BKB's like, pull back, Quinn. Gonna get back up to the high ground. Refraction is back up. Old 11 getting in under the tier 4. Yawar charging over towards DY. Old 11's going to turn his attention back over towards Yawar. Yawar has got the reincarnation. Continue to fight these tier 2s. They'll bring down the ones. Poyoyo will get the time lapse off. Slow, but the Ray Fire Blast already used. They're not going to have any further control for Poyoyo, and he still has that Aegis.
I'm surprised they can even bring down this DK, who had a fresh AC finished up just to high ground, but committing every single spell out to him. Yeah, I think that caught him off guard. I thought he was going to survive as well. A bit too deep under the tier 3.
A little bit of a dive. We'll give Quincy crew a bit of time. And of course, the lead's still growing there with kills that they're able to pick up. 11k advantage.
Old 11 still bullying Yawar.
Yeah, he's still happy to play aggressive into the face of Quincy crew. So he's not an easy hero at all to deal with for Quincy crew's heroes.
Would have been huge if Quincy was able to pick up the gem that was dropped on the ground there from that whole fight, but Old 11 was quick, jumped in, recovered it for his team, and then back to business.
Go Quincy crew, looking for these. They know during the downtime from Vici Gaming, with confidence and lead that Vici have, they will be playing the map rather split up.
Look at DY circled the whole area up there. He's probably telling Ori, get out of there. That's probably where they're going to look to make their next move.
He might be telling that. I don't know if Ori's hearing it. So they get him with the jump. That's Ori gone again. Another big kill onto the DK. We'll give Quincy crew a little bit of something. They continue to get more of this. Now, these are big kills to find when you are down as much as Quincy crew is.
DY was literally, if you looked at the map, there was ferocious circles being drawn in that area from the Ori. They'll get picked off again and give some more breathing room to Quincy, which we do need.
I mean, but yeah, every minute that the Ori is off the map, they know it's a full minute where there won't be any sort of high ground push coming in from Vici Gaming. The Scardy next. BKB now done on Leslau, so he's going to have a much easier time getting in. Successfully living long enough to drag someone out of the action with the lasso.
He still has had some very successful ones. Sure, one or two of his deaths maybe looked a little funny, in particular that one mid, but he's had some really good choices, really good grabs. Just Vici playing too well as in an area. They're getting so much on the map. Like, look at PYW. He almost has BKB on Crystal Maiden, too. So another element they're going to have to be careful of. Sometimes you're not too afraid of a Crystal Maiden, but with the BKB, limited disables coming on their side, like, you don't have to expend Lasso on CM. They thankfully do have at least an Earth Splitter that can interrupt it a bit, but yeah, it's still going to be a bit difficult when he does get this.
Yeah, PYW is able to find the timing around the BKBs of Quincy crew to sit there and just let it go with the ultimate. It's going to be a huge nuisance for Quincy crew to try and fight into or try and escape from. Crew, you see, fully grouped up around the mid. Got a smoke, but they want to try and go for it. They do have a smoke on MSS, but not looking to actively do too much right now. Quinn just working on his neck dimes, is going for the MKB. You sure
And
that
we see there,
ramp up the damage.
as we see, they're over 11. He's starting to do that disassemble. Got his Bloodstone. Probably going to build a halberd next with that Sun. So I think Quinn is probably expecting that, but also they have an Elven Tunic up on the Weaver. So it is going to need that True Strike. Bit of a bait there. The Bat Rider.
Jump illusion. Bat have the illusion rune sent out, and they will fall for it. So revealing themselves off the back of that smoke.
Worried about the damage on the side of Quincy.
I mean, you know, as we're seeing with Quinn, he's getting that 1100 or so, and then the Demon Edge MKB will be finished. The tanky here at Poyoyo.
They are
very
so
close to having
tanky.
the money for the full squad. He's going to be sitting on sort of 3k HP, 25 armor. Availability of a time lapse and the elusivity of having this. So hard to kill this Poyoyo Weaver. At any point onwards now, there's not really any item that Quincy crew are close to that's ever going to make it easier to fight this Weaver.
No, they're going to have some dream, like, multi-hero stomp into ET Splitter to be able to take out these three unbelievably tanky cores. 3,200 HP Timbersaw, 3,300 DK, and like you said, Weaver near 3,000 when he has that Scott stuff. Yeah, they're going to need absolutely everything to connect perfectly. They're looking for some type of play here, too. Looking to play around Vision. Oh, the glyph. Nobody uses the shield. The courier.
I mean, it's a good job.
I swear nobody
would have been
uses
the
it.
halberd out.
Yeah.
On 11, he's keeping fully focused.
Big item timings too. Picked up for them there, finishing up that halberd and the Scotty same time. Very effective items versus ranged carries. TA. Roche 5 seconds. Trap is inside the pit, but feels like fighting around there for Quincy not gonna be easy.
Vici Gaming definitely being a bit safer now, even though they still do have this sizable lead. They don't want to let Ori die like he has the last few times.
No.
And he's very close to his next big old item. The Aghanim's 1,000 gold away from being completed. Nevertheless, they will go for a smoke. They know that they're so strong right now. A quick jump. They can catch Quincy crew off guard. It's going to render the team fight almost impossible. Quincy crew are going to try and get the jump themselves. They'll smoke up.
So sneaky.
Sweeping into the jungle of Vici. Both teams are going to miss each other completely here. And this ended up with Vici Gaming sort of being on the high ground. They're going to try and sneak Roche. They get away with this. I don't think that we'll see over to the side. Ori's coming. He's going to put the BKB Yawar as well. Straight up towards PYW. Trying to get rid of the CM, but PYW is going to get the BKB and the 4-star pop. He's up to the high ground and he's away. The turn over towards Ori, but the Dragon Tail stones in on the Quinn. He hasn't put his BKB yet. They'll force him over towards the pit. Trying to keep Quinn safe. He'll turn with the meld it. Now put the BKB. Jump over the lasso. But look down Poyoyo. Lonasor's going to be fronted under Poyoyo. Poyoyo's falling. He's able to get cut laps off. The stop will catch him. It doesn't matter. Poyoyo's still good to go. Turns over towards Quinn. Quinn turns with the meld hit. They brought Yawar down once. They'll be able to take him out a second time. Poyoyo gets the double, gets out of there. ET gets cut down by the chakram. 4 down. They'll find MSS as well. It's going to be a full team wipe here by Vici Gaming. With that in the bag, they'll take the Roche themselves as well. Nothing to be done here by Quincy crew as Vici Gaming with a full crisp cleanup there.
They almost take out Weaver, but they covered each other so nicely. Vici getting the nice initiation, the jump in from the DK, because he knows he's invulnerable. Oh, Ori blinking into the spot. I think everyone knows about it now. You get stuck inside this little spot in the trees, but look at the way they covered him. They Lotus him, they Lincolns him immediately. Quinn just gets isolated, gets grabbed up. Sure, they grab the Weaver, but he's able to get the defensive time lapse off. And that's just the fight. They can only kill Crystal Maiden, and there's what we were talking about, is damage issues. Not because the lineup lacks damage, but because Vici's heroes are just so damn tanky, they can only kill a Crystal Maiden.
They really are. Straight up to the high ground. Quincy could be back up relatively soon, but damage certainly going to be done here by Vici Gaming. Got a fortification to rely on. This Aegis Weaver. Jeez, DK, what on earth do you do with these heroes if you're Quincy crew?
He's got an axe coming
the
out
barracks.
too. And there's the Black Dragon as well. So even scarier now for these 3 cores. Quincy crew maybe have 1 fight left in them. And even that, it's not going to be a pretty one.
Not at all. That last one was anything to go by. How cleanly Vici Gaming just destroyed the planet. You know, just looking at this now, where Poyoyo again, you know,
It's huge.
Looking at the stats from him, not a hero that you've come to see from him a lot, but just huge hats off here for Vici Gaming's availability to get it in, pull it out at this stage of the tournament, where you know people aren't going to be expecting it, and just play it as well as Poyoyo has. He's been having a perfect performance on this Weaver. There's really some top class stuff from him.
Yeah, when it's Weaver game, it is a good Weaver game, right? There's only like one stun he has to worry about. Sure, if he gets hit by a stomp, but that shouldn't happen with these type of caliber players. The only thing he had to be worrying about was that lasso, and they covered him. Lincoln's Lotus played the map cleanly, dominated early game, got the gem, and just continue to run away with it. Quincy crew, yeah, like we said, one more fight left in them, and even that one's going to be extremely difficult.
Close to any item sequence. Yawar, AC would certainly help. He's not too far off it, but he's probably not going to get the chance to finish. Already at the tier 3 tower here on this top lane. Vici Gaming pushing in for a second set of racks. What's the responsive Quincy crew? Yawar really doesn't want to head back until he's managed to pick up that plate mail. With the damage it's being done to the racks, as with the aggression and power that this Black Dragon holds, the barracks stand no chance. They take a second set of racks here, Vici Gaming. Still nothing that Quincy crew's able to do to even start to at least attempt to put them back.
Just have to watch their base get sieged. No AC. They're going for the big wraparound. They have to, through these super tanky cores, take out the supports at the very least.
They're going to throw everything down on the PYW. They want to get rid of this CM, and they'll be able to do so. That's PYW down. And over towards Ori, but the BKB's up. Stop. We'll catch on to Poyoyo and Old 11. Quinn pushing it in. If they got the damage to drain up 11, they don't. He'll put the Bloodstone, start to heal up. Yawar forced back up to the high ground. Quinn also able to get back. Still holding on to the BKB charge here, Quinn. Come with the Raid 5 blast onto Old 11. Old 11. The Chakram off onto Yawar. He's able to cut him down the ones. Now looks over towards Quinn, disarms him here with the Halberd. Yawar, he's going to get blown up immediately a second time there with the Ice Blast coming crashing down upon him. Quinn will put the BKB in, but Poyo's in with the control, the damage with this Skadi. He's just cleaning them up, pushing Quincy Crew back to base. GG is cool. As game 2, Vici Gaming coming in with a fantastic change to the strategy after what we saw from them in game 1. They sort of read the way the Quincy crew wants to play Dota 2 from the first game, and their response to it here in this second game was